What's up, everybody? It's Pastor Stacey Sanders. Don't scroll, so I'm going to put you on game. If you work for Rodie, Uber, Amazon Flex, Lyft, any of these driver services, what I'm discovering is that people do not know their numbers. I had an encounter with somebody that had a trip for one of these services. It was 179 miles that only paid $59 and some change. And they took the load, and I told them you did that job for absolutely free. But I'm going to take you through a couple of steps so you can learn how to calculate how much you are getting paid. You should be making at least $1 per mile. If you're not making $1 a mile, leave that job on a job board. These folks are dependent on people who want to be in business for themselves, want to get ahead in life, but then they're going to take advantage of what you don't know. And when you don't know your numbers, they're going to take advantage of you. So I'm going to pull out my calculator here. I'm going to flip my camera, and I'm going to begin to show you how to calculate several things. Okay, number one, let me take this individual. They drove the load was 179 miles. The trip was 179 miles. As I figure out, for this example, it was for Rodie, they pay anywhere between 30 to 35 cents per mile. So at 179 miles, that job paid them like $59 and some change. So you're going to take the total miles. You're going to multiply that. I'm going to do multiply by 33 cents, 0.33. That comes out to be $59.07 is what they got paid per mile for this load, all right? Now, the next thing you need to understand, 179 miles, they got paid $59.07. Now they need to calculate how much gas did it cost them to do this 179 miles. All right, so let's take that $59.07 off the board. Let's say your car gets 20 miles per gallon. All right, at 179 miles, the second thing you want to do, you want to then take 179 miles, you want to divide that by 20 miles. That would be 20 miles per gallon. So to do this load for 179 miles, they need 8.95 gallons of fuel in order to do this load. All right, now here in Atlanta, I would say the average price of gas, I've seen 270 to 80, but let's do a rounded up number. Let's do $3 a gallon. So they need 8.95 gallons. Multiply that by $3 per gallon. You need $26.85 to do this job. All right. So we're going to take the $59.07 that they earned. We're going to minus the $26.85, I believe what it was. That leaves them $32.22. A lot of times people don't calculate how much fuel they have to use. So their $59.07 has now dropped down to $32.22. Here's the other thing people don't factor in. People don't factor in maintenance. They don't factor in other miscellaneous costs, insurance. So let's just say we're going to subtract $10. Each load you take, subtract $10 for maintenance and other miscellaneous costs. Okay, so that $32.22 is what you're being paid after your gas. We're going to subtract $22 for other maintenance and miscellaneous expenses. You're now down to $22.22 for this job. All right. Now, let's take that, and on this load, it said it was approximating 4.5 hours to complete this run. So you want to take that $22.22, you want to divide that by 4.5, 4.5 hours. This is how much they made per hour. $4.93 per hour is what they were being paid. Now, let me help you understand. You have to learn how to calculate. So if you have to watch this video multiple times, please do that. I just gave you $1,000 worth of gain for $0. So because I just gave you something of value, I want you to give me something of value, because this video needs to go viral. Everybody that drives these services need to understand this. I don't care who it's for. You need to be making a minimum of $1 per mile. $1 per mile. So because I put you on game, I help you to understand these numbers. I need you to do something for me on this side of your screen. I need you to hit that like. I need you to post a comment. If you have a testimony, put that in there. I then need you to turn around and save this to your favorites. I need you to share this on your page or with anybody who may need this knowledge or this understanding. Now, the thing is this. If you keep pulling those jobs where you're getting ripped off of their job boards, they're going to keep paying you that same amount of money. When people leave those jobs on the job boards, then they are going to pay you the wages that you deserve to be paid. Because that 179 miles should have paid them at least $179. And based on the calculations, they would have made a livable wage, around $120 to $130, all for doing that run for those 4.5 hours. Couple of those, they have a good living per week. So listen, do that for me. This need to go viral because people need to understand not to be taken advantage of. 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11 says this: lest Satan should get an advantage of us, we are not ignorant concerning his devices. I'm not calling anyone Satan. I'm using the scripture to say that when you are ignorant, you are subject to be taken advantage of. Don't let anybody take advantage of you. But if you don't know your numbers, they will take advantage of you every single time. God bless you. Y'all hang in there.